सौन्दर्यलहरी कर्त्रे सर्वमङ्गलदायिने शङ्कराचार्यवर्याय यतिराजाय ते नमः. सौन्दर्यलहरी श्लोक 37. विशुद्धौ ते शुद्धस्फटिकविशदं व्योमजनकं शिवं सेवे देवीमपि शिवसमानव्यवसितां ययोः कान्त्या यान्त्याः शशिकिरणसारूप्यसरणेः विधूतान्तर्ध्वान्ता विलसति चकोरीव जगति. पदविभागः. विशुद्धौ ते शुद्धस्फटिकविशदं व्योमजनकं शिवं सेवे देवीम् अपि शिवसमानव्यवसितां ययोः कान्त्या यान्त्याः शशिकिरणसारूप्यसरणेः विधूतान्तर्ध्वान्ताः विलसति चकोरी इव जगति. अन्वय. ते विशुद्धौ शुद्धस्फटिकविशदं व्योमजनकं शिवं शिवसमानव्यवसितां देवीमपि सेवे ययोः कान्त्या यान्त्याः शशिकिरणसारूप्यसरणेः जगति विधूत अंतर्ध्वान्ता चकोरी इव विलसति. This is a meditation of Shiva and Shakti in the Vishuddhi Chakra. Te, your, O Devi, Vishuddhau, in the Vishuddhi Chakra. Shuddha Sphatika Vishadam, as clear as crystal. Vyoma Janakam, one who is the cause for the creation of the element Akasha Tattva. Shivam, that Lord Shiva, that is in one's Vishuddhi Chakra, when the sadhaka meditates upon that Shiva who represents the Akasha Tattva and with him is Shakti. So Shiva and Shakti visualized in the Vishuddhi Chakra. Then Shiva Samana Vyavasitam, that is similar to Shiva or like Shiva, she who is engaged in all the activities. Devi Mapi, that Devi also. Seve, when I meditate upon as a sadhaka. Yayoho, Shiva and Shakti. Kantya Yantyaha, the light being emitted outwards. Sashikirana Sarupya Saranehe, the brilliance emitted is like those of the brightness of rays emitted by the moons. Jagati, of this whole universe. Vidhuta Antardhvanta, the internal darkness is destroyed. How? Chakori iva, like the bird Chakora Pakshi enjoying the moonlight. Vilasati, such a sadhaka enjoys. In Vishuddhi Chakra, Kundalini Shakti rests. That is, the Kundalini Shakti rises from Mooladhara, attains a form in each place, that is in each chakra. Swadhisthana Chakra, Manipura Chakra, Anahata Chakra, and then she rests in Vishuddhi Chakra. When the yogi causes the Kundalini to rise and then he worships her in each place in a particular form, and then when she rests in Vishuddhi Chakra, there, as she is united with Shiva in that form when he worships, that Kundalini Shakti blesses this yogi with moksha. About this moksha, the Shandilya Upanishad says, Sa Kundalini Kantordhva Bhage Sukta Chet Yogina Muktaye Bhavati. That is, when that Kundalini Shakti, Kantordhva Bhage means just above the throat, where the Vishuddhi Chakra is placed. Supta Chet, when that Shakti rests there. And then when she is visualized by the yogi, then the result is Muktaye Bhavati Yogina. Such a yogi attains liberation from samsara. Hari Om. Saundarya Lahari Shloka 38. Samunmilat samvit kamalamakarandayika rasikam bhaje hamsadvandvam kimapi mahatam manasacharam yadalapadashtadashagunita parinatihi yadadatte doshat gunamakhilamadbhyah paya iva. Padavibhaga Samunmilat Samvit Kamala Makaranda Eka Rasikam. Samunmilat Samvit Kamala Makaranda Eka Rasikam Bhaje Hamsadvandvam Kimapi Mahatam Manasacharam Yat Alapat Ashtadashagunita Parinatihi Yat Adatte Doshat Gunam Akhilam Adbhyaha Paya Iva. Anvaya Samunmilat Samvit Kamala Makarandaika Rasikam Mahatam Manasacharam Kimapi Hamsadvandvam Bhaje Yat Alapat Ashtadasha Gunita Parinatihi Yat Doshat Akhilam Gunam Adbhyaha Paya Iva Adatte. Now, in this verse, meditation on Devi in the heart region, that is Anahata Chakra, in her aspect as Vayu, air, is described. Samunmilat means that which is blossomed. Samvit means Jnanam, and Kamala is the lotus which has just bloomed. Makaranda is the fragrance that comes out of the blossomed lotus. But here it means Ananda. Eka Rasikam, enjoying only that. The fragrance spreading from the lotus which has just blossomed is enjoyed. In other words, knowledge has fructified and is experienced as Ananda or bliss. In other words, reveling in self-knowledge. Mahatam, the yogis. Manasacharam, revolving only in the mind. It is known that the Hamsa or swans usually reside in the lake Manasarovara. In this verse, the mind, manas of great devotees, Mahatam, or the sadhakas, Mahatam, is said to be the Manasarovara. In that lake which is the mind, enjoying moving around, Kimapi, something very difficult to verbalize, such a Hamsadvandvam, pair of swans, Bhaje, I worship. As a result, Yadalapate, from the twitterings of the pair of swans, Ashtadasha Gunita Vidya Parinatihi, 18 branches of knowledge came into being. Yet, those pair of swans, what do? Doshat Akhilam Gunam, dropping the defects and picking up only the virtues. That is, disregarding the defects or negative qualities in a human being, only the virtues are valued. Just like the swans, Adbhyaha Paya Iva, take only the milk from water. Adatte, those pair of swans, do that. That is, they have the capacity to pick up what they want. In the meditator's mind, Shiva Parvati are present like Hamsa and Hamsi. The conversations between such great Hamsa Hamsi is manifest as the 18 branches of learning which we have in the world. Moreover, this pair, Hamsa Hamsi, ignores the defects in the devotee's mind and only looks at his virtues. Many scholars say that the Paramahamsa Upasakas meditate on the pair of Hamsa and Hamsi in the Samvit Kamala or the Anahata Chakra in the form of a tip of a flame. Hari Om. Saundarya Lahari, Shloka 39. Tavaswadhishthane hutavahamadhisthaya niratam tamide samvartam janani mahatim tancha samayam yadaloke lokan dahati mahati krodha kalite dayardra ya drishtihi shishiramupacharam rachayati. For Padavibhaga, there are only 3 words which need to be, deciphered. In the first line, the third word, Hutavaham Adhishtaya. Then in the third line, the first word, Yat Aloke. Then in the last line, Shishiram Upacharam. All the remaining words are separately given. Anvaya, Tava swadhisthane hutavaham adhisthaya samvartam niratam tamide he janani mahatim tancha samayam mahati krodha kalite yat aloke lokan dahati ya dayardra drishtihi shishiram upacharam rachayati. In this verse, Shiva Shakti are worshipped in the form of Samvarteshwara and Samayamba in the Swadhisthana Chakra. Tava, your, Swadhisthane, in the Swadhisthana Chakra, Hutavaham, the governing place for the principle of Agni. Samvartam, name Samvarta for the fire at the time of destruction of the world. Samvarta is the name for Agni when it is in its destructive form. Niratam, that Samvarta Agni which continues to exist. Tam, unto that Samvarta Ishvara, Samvarteshwara, Ide, I offer my prayers. Then Mahatim, she who is appropriately addressed as the Great One, the Great Devi, Tam cha Samayam, that Samaya Devi also, Ide, I offer my prayers to. Mahati Krodha Kalite, when with an angry look, Samvartagni fire is destroying the world, Yat Aloke, Yadaloke, and that angry look, Lokan Dahati, starts to burn the worlds. Ya, which Dayardra Drishtihi, the cool glance, that is the look of compassion and kindness, is manifest from Devi. And what does it do? Shishiram Upacharam, very cool behavior is exhibited. That is the help given with willingness. Rachayati is caused to be done. That is Devi, she showers her compassionate look. When the world is being burnt, she extinguishes the fire with her kind looks. Now, from verse 36, we saw that meditation at each chakra was explained. According to that, now actually in that order Manipura chakra should be next, but then Bhagavatpada Shankara has taken up the Swadhisthana chakra before Manipura chakra, and then in the next verse Manipura chakra meditation will be taken up. The reason is, according to the Srishti Krama, in the order of creation, we have already seen this earlier. Akashat Vayuhu Vayor Agnihi is the order of Srishti. So, accordingly, Swadhisthana Chakra is the place for Agni Tattva, and so that is taken up now. So the Agni Tattva, which has its initial being from the Swadhisthana Chakra, that becomes Samvartagni, the fires of destruction of the world. And that Samvartagni is said to be Shiva. That's why he is addressed as Samvarteshwara. Then the bright fiery flame is Shakti. When we personify Samvartagni as Shiva and Shakti, the glances or the look of Shiva and Shakti is said to burn the world to ashes. The world thus burnt to ashes is brought back to life by Shakti's cooling glances. That is, the Jala Tattva in Manipura Chakra extinguishes the fire. That's why meditation on Manipura Chakra is taken up in the next verse. Then, water being the source of life, once again life begins. Harihi Om. Saundarya Lahari Shloka 40. Tatitvantam Shaktya Timiraparipanthi Sphuranaya Spurannana Ratnabharana Parinadhendra Dhanusham Tava Shyamam Megham Kamapi Manipuraika Sharanam Nisheve Varshantam Haramihira Tribhuvanam. Actually, in this verse, every word is in its padatva itself. So let us look at the Anvaya. He Bhagavati, Tava Manipuraika Sharanam Timira Paripanthis Puranaya Shaktya Tatitvantam Spuran Nana Ratnabharana Parinadhendra Dhanusham Shyamam Haramihira Tribhuvanam Varshantam Kamapi Megham Nisheve. In this verse, Lord Shiva in the form of a dark cloud and Devi in the form of lightning are visualized in the Manipura Chakra and worshipped. Tava, O Bhagavati, your Manipuraika Sharanam, Manipura Eka Sharanam, that is making only the Manipura Chakra as the residing place, taking that as the Ashraya. A note here is, this place, Manipura, is also called as Tamishra Loka, which means a place where there is total darkness. So in this place, Timira Paripanthis Puranaya. Timira means darkness, Paripanthi means enemy. So Timira Paripanthi is enemy of darkness, which means light. In the form of light, Spuranaya, shining. And who is that? Shaktya. Shakti is the light. So with the bright Shakti, Tatitvantam. Bright Shakti means in the form of lightning is Shakti. So Tatitvantam is lightning. So Shakti in the form of lightning. Spuran Nana Ratnabharana Parinadhendra Dhanusham. Spurat is shining. Nana Ratna, many gems. Abharana is ornaments. Parinadham is nirmitam or created, put together. Indradhanusham, a rainbow. Now the meaning of the whole Samasta Padam will be shining with a variety of ornaments which have been made from a variety of colored gemstones, and such is the rainbow. I'll repeat, there is an appearance of a rainbow which is created by many ornaments which have been made from a variety of colored shining gemstones. And then this rainbow appears on Shyamam, some dark. This dark is adjective to the clouds which will be mentioned later. So Shyamam, some dark. And then Haramihira Taptam. Hara is Lord Shiva, Mihira is Surya. So here known by the name Hara in the form of Surya, one who has Taptam means burnt. what? Tribhuvanam, the three worlds, which was mentioned in the previous verse. Varshantam, and that world is made cool by pouring rain. Varshantam is rain. Here, cooling rain comes down, and then Kamapi Megham, some cloud which cannot be explained in words. It is anirvachaniya, indescribable. This is seen by the sadhaka, which means Megheshwara is visualized, and then Nisheve, I worship such a form of you, Shiva. It is slightly confusing to understand the Swadhisthana Chakra and Manipura Chakra, because the Jala Tattva in Manipura Chakra and Agni Tattva in Swadhisthana are actually both present in both these chakras. And also Swadhisthana Chakra is said to be a Sandhisthana, means a place where there is mingling or mixing of both Jala Tattva and Agni Tattva. In the Swadhisthana Chakra, Lord Shiva is in the form of Samvartagni Swarupa, and Devi is Samaya Devi in the form of Jala Swarupa. In Manipura Chakra, Lord Shiva is Megheshwara Swarupa, that is form of clouds, and Devi is Saudhamini Swarupa, form of lightning visible in the cloud. In essence, this verse describes that the sadhaka is meditating on the forms of Shiva and Shakti in the Manipura Chakra. Harihi Om. Saundarya Lahari Shloka 41. Tavadhare mule sahasamayaya lasya paraya navatmanam manye navarasamahatandava natam ubhabhyametabhyam udayavidhimuddishya dayaya sanathabhyam jagne janaka jananimat jagadidam. Padavibhaga for 2 words is necessary. The long word in the third line, Ubhabhyam etabhyam udayavidhim uddishya. Then the last word, Janaka janani mat jagat idam. Now we'll see the Anvaya. Tava mule adhare lasya paraya samayaya saha Navarasamahatandavanatam navatmanam manye udayavidhimuddishya etabhyam ubhabhyam dayaya sanathabhyam idam jagat janaka janani mat jagne. This verse describes meditation on Shiva Shakti in Mooladhara Chakra. And Shiva and Shakti here are known as Samayamba and Nateshwara. Tava, O Bhagavati, in your Mule Adhare, Mooladhara Chakra, Lasya Paraya, Samayaya Saha, with Samaya Devi, who is performing the dance named Lasya, Navarasa Mahatandava Natam. Tandava means dance. Navarasa are the 9 sentiments of poetry. The dance which expresses all the 9 sentiments engaged in such a beautiful form of dance is Navatmanam, that Ananda Bhairava, Manye, I understand to be the one. That is, I understand that the form of Ananda Bhairava with you, Bhagavati, is being worshipped. Udaya Vidhim. In the previous 2 verses we saw the universe was destroyed in the Samvartagni, and then that was cooled by the pouring rain again to recreate the universe. So Udaya Vidhim Uddishya means keeping the objective of creating that universe again. Etabhyam Ubhabhyam, by these 2 forms of Shiva Shakti as Ananda Bhairava and Ananda Bhairavi, Dayaya Sanathabhyam, who are filled with compassion, that is, after Samvartagni. Shiva and Shakti seems to have conversed as everything is destroyed, somehow something has to be done, iti. And then, with a feeling of compassion, they Idam Jagat, this universe, recreated and Janaka Janani Mat, they Shiva and Shakti became the father and mother, Jagye, becoming of this world. That is, the world came to have parents. That's why seers say there are no orphans in this world, because Shiva and Shakti are Jagatav Pitarau. In this verse, Navatma means Shiva as Ananda Bhairava with the Navavyuhas. In verse 34, we saw the Navavyuhas for Shakti. Here I'll just mention the names of the Navavyuhas for Shiva. They are Kalavyuha, Kulavyuha, Namavyuha, Jnanavyuha, Chittavyuha, Nadavyuha, Binduvyuha, Kalavyuha and Jivavyuha. Samaya Devi is the goddess popularly known to be meditated upon according to Samayachara. That is, she is the Upasya Devi. Lasya means dance performed by female. So here it means Bhagavati. Tandava is dance performed by a male. So here that's why Shiva's dance is called Tandava. Now we have two words, Nritya and Nritta. Nritya refers to female dance. Nritta refers to male dance. So we say Tandava Nritta when we want to say that Shiva dances. And then we know that in a dance there are these 9 sentiments, Nava Rasa, Shringara, Veera, Karuna, Adbhuta, Hasya, Bhayanaka, Bibhatsa, Raudra and Shanta. These are significant in drama and theatre literature. So because Shiva does Tandava Nritta, he is called Navatma. Hari Om.
Hari Om. With today's talk, we have completed shlokas 1 to 41. This set of verses are known as Ananda Lahari. From verse 42 onwards, the composition is known as Saundarya Lahari. The whole composition from shloka 1 to 100 is also known as Saundarya Lahari. As we have been learning, Sri Shankara Bhagavad Pada worships Parvati Devi as Jagan Mata in the form of mother in all the verses. He has taught us the method of Shakti Upasana, which is popularly known as Shri Vidya. In Shri Vidya, the method of worship is based on Tantra Shastra. Yogis receive Diksha from a guru in Shaktipat, and then they practice meditation to awaken the Kundalini Shakti, who is in the form of Shri within them. This upasana has been followed since Vedic times. Sri Shankara Bhagavad Pada received Shri Vidya Diksha from Sri Yogindra Govinda Bhagavad Pada, and he himself, Sri Yogindra Govinda Bhagavad Pada, received Diksha from Sri Gaudapadacharya. And Sri Gaudapadacharya wrote a grantha named Subhagodaya, which is on Shri Vidya. Keeping Subhagodaya as authority, Sri Shankara Bhagavatpada is said to have composed these 41 verses of Saundarya Lahari. Every shloka is very significant. Yet, to highlight a few, shloka 11 described the Sri Chakra, which is a form of Devi herself. Then, verses 36 to verse 41 explained meditation on the Yugala Swarupa of Shiva Shakti presiding over each chakra. In verse 36, the form of Parashambhu and Parachit or Parameshwara Parameshwari in the Ajna Chakra are meditated upon. Then verse 37 describes Vyomeshwara and Vyomeshwari as the form to be meditated upon in Vishuddhi Chakra. Then verse 38 describes the form of Hamseshwara Hamseshwari to be meditated upon in the Anahata Chakra. Then verse 39 describes the form of Samvarteshwara Samaya Devi to be meditated upon in the Swadhisthana Chakra. Then verse 40 describes the form of Megheshwara Saudhamini to be meditated upon in the Manipura Chakra. Then, in verse 41, the form of Ananda Bhairava, Ananda Bhairavi are to be meditated upon in the Mooladhara Chakra. Now, in this order, you will find that after describing Ajna Chakra meditation, followed by Vishuddhi Chakra meditation, and then Anahata Chakra meditation, in the Manipura Chakra, the form of meditation should have been explained. But meditation in Swadhisthana Chakra has been taken up. The reason for this is Sri Shankara Bhagavatpada has followed the Srishti Krama while composing. Srishti Krama means, it is said in the Veda, Akashat Vayuhu. From the space is born the Vayu Tattva. Tattva or the principal element of air. Then Vayor Agnihi. From air comes the fire principle. Agner Apaha. From the fire, water. Then Abhihi Prithvi. From the element of water, the principal element of Bhumi. This is the Krama. According to this Krama, after Vayu Tattva, Agni Tattva comes. So, accordingly, after describing Vayu Tattva in Anahata Chakra, the Agni Tattva in Swadhisthana Chakra has been taken up for explanation in verse 39 by Bhagavatpada Shankara. With this, the mantra portion of Saundarya Lahari has been concluded. Namaste.